Hello, Lakers fans. Let me get this out of the way. All right. So, these rumors that Goran Dragic is going to the Lakers, are they unrealistic or not? Well, let's analyze this. The Mavs are interested in Goran Dragic. The problem with Goran Dragic is that he is probably right now the best candidate in the buyout market. Um, so usually the best candidates get to teams that are playoff contenders or anything like that. That's 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 why I believe that the Lakers may not be his favorite destination because the Lakers, you know, when they have a good roster with Anthony Davis in it and LeBron James in it, playing in their full potential, uh, usually they are going to be contenders. Um, right now, this is not the case. The defense is atrocious. The offense, which we thought it was going to be the biggest weapon of the Lakers, hasn't panned that way. Though we have seen the Lakers lately coming up with a little bit of a better defense, it's not good enough to win a lot of games, right? And so we got to be realistic about that. We got to be realistic at what the Lakers really can do. Uh, there is a center from, Dane from Atlanta. He's a very good defensive guy. He's, uh, I had him here, his stats, and I can't find him. He doesn't have much uh, time on the floor with the Atlanta Hawks. He's more likely to be bought out, and uh, he is an answer because he's a floor spacing center, and if the Lakers can get that, they need a center they can put and that who can become a threat somewhere, and that's not right now what DeAndre Jordan is. So I would buy out DeAndre Jordan and I would get this guy. And another guy at the center position that I would try to get is Moses. Um, oh, his last name just escaped. Uh, I have Moses Brown. Moses Brown. And Moses Brown, he is not a shooter. He's not a shooter, but he is a guy who can run. He's fast. He is presence in the paint. He's long, but he has young legs, and that's uh, what you want right now in a center. And he's already available. Uh, he's already available, and that's those are the main. We need tall guys who can work with the offense and the defense, and Moses Brown gives you more of a like DeAndre Jordan when he was actually young. And so if we are gonna buy out DeAndre Jordan, Moses Brown, it it would be a great addition to the team. Young legs, 22 years old, 7'2". His wingspan is, I think, over 7 feet also. Uh, Let me see. See, he's 7'2". His wingspan is not here, but he's over 7 feet. He's not like if you see his stats, he's not putting pretty much any more of anything, but he's he's basically not playing that much either. So you can't have big stats if you're not playing the game. Um, so that's one thing about him. Um, then you have everybody that I had here. I don't have them anymore. Uh, Corgi Dieng was the guy from the Atlanta Hawks. Um, he's 6'10". He's 32 years old. So he's a little bit over the hump, but he's a 3-point shooter, you know? And that's one thing that the Lakers will like need badly. He's a 3-point shooting center. He's good on the defense. Also, he's not being played. And I mentioned him before. Um, the other guy that I would consider, and this is the thing, you gotta stop just paying attention to guards. Look, um, I am pretty sure because I saw him in college that HBK, you know, he can run the offense as a point guard. He plays shooting guard, but he also can run the point. Okay, and so you don't need to get point guards. And I don't think we are gonna get in the buyout market. Uh, um, uh, what's his name? Uh, this guy who rejected the 20 million per year on the Lakers, and then got just pocket change from the Celtics and had to take that one. Uh, and if you're gonna get somebody, I mean somebody in the point guard position, at this point, look, bring there's a few guys from South Bay Lakers that the from the roster. Let me go to the roster one second. These are we would want game changers, but we're not gonna get those guys. Uh, First, we gotta make a decision. Are we gonna bring Sekou Dongoya? Because if we're gonna not gonna bring Sekou Dongoya, uh, and J Huff is not on our list of things anymore, um, we got Mason Jones, who is in a two-way right now. We should, you know, try to see if he can. We have Mac McClung, who has been uh, excellent for South Bay, and he even got a 10-day contract with the Bulls. Um, we have Cameron Oliver. And Cameron Oliver, the good thing about him is he can play small forward, power forward, and even in a small lineup, he could play center. So those are the guys that I would be looking for. Guys that are versatile, guys that are young, or guys that are hungry to play because they don't get enough minutes, and they have to fulfill certain things, either rim protection, or rebounding, and if they can, stretch the floor, they can be an outside shooter. I would take him because that's what the Lakers needed. That's what the Lakers are not getting. Um, and that's and all these guys are good defenders, above average, I would say. And I know that I mentioned guys that are on the G League, but look, I mentioned Alex Caruso when he was in the G League in the South Bay Lakers, and I remember some people commented against me saying that because Alex Caruso wasn't good enough. He wasn't even drafted, and what happens when he was called? I think in the first game he scored 35 or something, and then he became a part of the Lakers rotation, and then he became a very important part of the Lakers rotation. Unfortunately, for some reason, the Lakers didn't want to keep him, and that's where we are right now. That's where we are at, and you know, Uh, I don't want to talk about that travesty. It was a bad decision from the Lakers to get rid of all their debt. It was a misreading of the last season because last season what happened is that there were new guys getting used to the system. Um, uh, the 3 and D guys weren't really that much of D somewhere, and the Lakers were still the number one defense in the NBA, but I don't know. They were too conservative trying to get things, and then they went all in with Russell Westbrook with a team that really it's difficult for Russell Westbrook to deal with. But he's doing it. He's doing it now, and so we gotta support Russ. We can't be that uh, pounding on these players because the usual thing when you assemble a team right from the only leaving three players of the last team, and then it's gonna take time. Sometimes it takes a whole year. That's what I am scared, because I'm scared that the front office tries to rebuild again, because rebuilding is what we have been doing since the championship, which makes no sense. We had to keep the championship team as much together as we could, and we didn't do it. And we left five players of the championship team only on the team, and then now we left three players of the of that team from this one. So it hasn't been an upgrade. On the contrary, it has been a downfall. A bad situation after the other. So we gotta stop doing that. Can't, Demi. I didn't see you because this chat. I gotta stop doing these things. I gotta put the chat in a way that I can see it better. I hope you're still watching. And I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you before, but yeah, it's a difficult thing. It's a difficult situation. So let me see. So that's all I have to say about that. It's there. Somebody in the chat. I can see how many people are right now. So if somebody in the chat can contribute to anything that has been said here, I would love to hear you, and I'm gonna have some time to do that. Um, so I'm gonna put the stats on Cameron Oliver here. They're still loading. All right. Okay, from 3 point, he's not the best. Uh, he's uh, he's got 13 points per game. Field goal percentage is 56. It's his 3 point percentage is just 33 right now, almost 34. Not as great as you would want him to be. Um, and so that's one of the right now the biggest player that is doing a lot of Mason Jones is in a in he's one of our two-way contracts. So this is a good way to show how it is. And so that's one of the things that we gotta look for. Um, if this, let's see if Mason Jones, let's try him out a few games. But we need a center, and uh, my my biggest take is Corgi Dieng, um, because he can defend the interior, and he can shoot threes, and that would free the paint for somebody like Westbrook to work with, or somebody like LeBron James to work with, and that's I think the Lakers have misused Anthony Davis as a center. He can deal with things as a center, but he's more likely to get hurt as a center, and so I don't want to see that anymore from him. I would like to see him playing the four and have somebody else banging in as a center. Um, if there's nobody else that want to make a comment, I'll be closing in around a minute. So I'll just wait here. I'm gonna check out some of the stats. The Dieng is 32 years old. Let me pull out his stats for a second, so we can see. Because judging by how many points per game he's got, it's not good because he doesn't get much. Uh, he's 42% from 3.9. Just think about that for a second. He's 42%. He has better percent than pretty much everybody we have right now in the team from 3-point line. And we're talking about a 6'10" center who's got a lot of energy, who is a good rim protector, um, who move fast, and all kind of stuff. So I would think that would be the first priority. He's not gonna give you 23 points per game. He's not gonna do that. But what he will do is to free Westbrook. and Westbrook can give you that amount of points per game. And also will take out the burden for outside shooting. If you can put him with Carmelo, then there's two threats. If you can put it, I know that uh, the other guys that are, that were brought for 3 point shooting, um, outside of Malik Monk hasn't been all there. But you gotta see this point. We get a 40 plus percent 3 point shooting center, and the options for things that you can do grow exponentially. And at least for playing, we gotta take it, and we gotta look. We gotta. I love the effort of DeAndre Jordan, but he's just not there anymore. He needs to retire, and you know, it feels bad to say that, but he can't do any more on the floor. He's not there anymore. His athleticism is not, you know, good enough for that. And Dwight Howard is getting up there, but Dwight Howard can still play meaningful minutes because he can rebound. He can, be an enforcer on the floor. He's a good rim protector, and he can score too. Uh, you know, if you need him to score, he can do that. And so everybody's gonna have to pick up the the weight, the offensive weight and the defensive weight. Uh, Now that Anthony Davis is not gonna be there, the Lakers said 2 weeks, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be more than that, and fans are gonna be uh, pretty upset about this. But we know that the Lakers have downplayed these injuries before. For example, Kendrick Nunn. We haven't seen him play in the whole season, and it was supposed to be a 2 or 3 weeks injury, and so Bazemore. Um, we haven't been playing Bazemore that much, which I don't understand because if we are looking for defense, that's the guy you want to have for defense. He hasn't been there for 3 point shooting, but he can be there for one time to time. The same thing with Stanley. The good thing about Stanley Johnson is he's still young. He's still got young legs, and those are important. And he can defend. Uh, so I would say I would try to bring in a 10-day contract, and I don't know why didn't we do that? Like we should have gotten Stanley the contract and then have a 10-day with Mac McClung, because Mac McClung is killing it in the G League. He's killing it. He's shooting threes. He's having assists. He's organizing the game. If we are looking for another point guard, we have it right there. He's undersized, but he makes up for defense. He's a rebounding player, even when he's so small, because he can jump high enough, and so So we got that alternative right down in South Bay, right down there. We don't have to look, you know, towards anything else. And if you're not gonna, if you're gonna put buy out Ken Bazemore, if you want another point guard, uh, I think Mac McClung can do that, and he can score in bunches. He's a bucket getter, so why not? Why not trying him? It's not like we have a lot of options, and it's not like the Lakers are an attractive destination right now for you know for players who won a championship. This is very unlikely to happen. The Lakers would have to make history to get a championship this year because no team in their position has done it. So, and without Anthony Davis, we can even be out of the playoffs, and so we got to start thinking about what's the best fit and try to get him uh, whatever it is, a minimum rookie contract. If we get rookies, something we have to do, and the front office have to fix this because if they didn't tell LeBron James that they were the ones making decisions in this team, because what I hear is that LeBron James wanted Russ and they wanted Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield would have been a better fit for the Lakers. And I'm not saying that Buddy Hield is a better player, but he can shoot the lights out from three, and we could have kept some of the depth with the Lakers. And we could have Cam Oliver become use the position that Kuzma had, and I'm not comparing one with another, like saying they're at the same level, but Cam Oliver can score, can shoot 3 points from time to time. I don't know how big of a scorer he would be in the NBA, in the G League. He has been having his moments, enough to kind of look at him, but his versatility, playing different positions, that would help the Lakers with switchability. And I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think should the Lakers be after. And remember, we are not gonna get big names. Uh, we need young legs. More than point guards, we actually need a center right now. And that's all I have to say about that. Take care of each other. May God bless you. And go Lakers.